So, okay, we're off now. So Wade, you got 99 conversations and 2 of them were leads. So what's the pushback?
One half, I would say these were 2017 and before expireds.
Okay.
So they've sold or gotten used to being rented. So
Okay.
I had went back and I pulled in half of that bunch.
Okay.
It doesn't excuse the other half.
Okay, no problem. So let's just say we have instead of a 50 to 1, it's a 25 to 1 ratio right now.
Yeah. So then the other half, we're going to the most recent ones I can think of is we're already going to relist. Or we've already relisted with our agent is where I feel like there was an opportunity. I'm gonna have to review the calls again. I can tell you in the beginning, I was horrible because I've gone back and I've listened to my recordings and I've known that. So that's been fun as opposed to just to be able to build up my confidence to realize, man, I really was horrible.
No, you were new.
Yeah,
that's
no,
not
but
horrible.
it's fun. It's fun to listen to them because I'm like, wow, why would anybody talk to me like that? So
and you've grown quite a bit. Okay,
yes.
This is why I love recording the calls. Is you get to go back and hear your progression, not only be able to pick up on things you might have missed in a conversation, or not necessarily have to take notes. You can hear your progression, and over 2 weeks, you're telling us that you've noticed a huge difference in your conversations.
Yes.
Okay. So me and I, you guys
the
know
one
me.
thing I don't know is how often should I be calling once I mean, I know I've got the system, but I always feel like if I've made a decent connection with somebody, I feel like it's even worse calling back the next day saying, hey, are you ready to make an appointment? And that's one I just got to get over with.
That comes down to your quality of conversation right up front. Okay. Going deeper on the conversation. They have said, now you said that some of the people decided they're going to relist with the first agent. Yes. I love that because, and I'm saying this tongue in cheek, because, and I'm recording this, I got to be careful how I say it. I believe it was Einstein who said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So Giovanna, role play this with me. You know what, Gio, we're just going to go ahead and relist again with the same agent.
Oh, I can appreciate you doing that. And may I ask you, what do you think your agent is going to do differently than the first time?
Love that. Thank you, Gio. That question right there, Wade, I don't know if you've used that one or not. What are they going to do differently? And we all fall victim to this. Catherine knows all too well that I lost a listing to another agent, one of my own listings, a personal friend of mine, because for a lot of reasons, and one of them was they didn't want to drop the price to where I suggested, and then they listed with the other agent and dropped the price to where I suggested. So that kind of is...
And still haven't sold it.
It's like getting a fish hook stuck through your finger. It really hurts. It's not going to kill you, but it's painful. Anyway, so
I worked hard on that one. I can't believe they still didn't sell it.
That's a great script, Gio.
It is really good, and that's what I used on Jan yesterday, and I'm talking to her today because the listing still isn't signed.
We're going to talk about Jan in a second, okay, Catherine? Yeah. So what are they going to do differently?
It's a great script.
So the point of that question is to see if the agent, they're going to respond, and they're going to respond with either, well, the agent told us that this is going on, there's not much we can do about it. Open door, the agent's making excuses, or the agent's going to respond, or the client's going to respond with, well, you know what, I have to reduce the price, the agent's going to do this, and this. So that question will bring a response that's going to tell you whether or not the agent is doing anything or just kind of making something up to keep the listing. Now, then you have different opportunities from that point. And one great script you can use, if they give the, well, you know, the COVID-19, market's kind of slowing down, we're coming into summer. You know, it's really interesting, Wade. I'd love to share with you what the agents in my office are doing to sell 4 or 5 homes each over the past couple of weeks during this COVID-19 pandemic.
Okay.
And you pause and
Yes.
you wait for their response and you make it uncomfortable. Okay? Because our agents doing that? Yes. Nico sold 4 in 3 days. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Chris Weber is listing a property and writing a contract. We're going to work on our contract this morning.
Yay, congratulations,
I love first contracts.
job.
The first one is always the trickiest. Wade will tell you that with Mold Lady. So Chris, we're gonna work on that this morning, okay? And we can either do it separately, or if you don't mind, we can do it with everybody on here, because I'm sure there's opportunities for everybody to pick something up, especially with some of the intricacies that yours is going to have. So Wade, we need to focus a little bit more on digging deeper on that initial conversation.
Understood.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Another one is, you know, your agents, you've been working at this now for 6 months or a year, whatever the time frame is, with your current agent. What's going to happen if 6 months from now we're having this conversation again? How will that affect your plans? All of these conversations, some of them we don't, you know, it's difficult to remember every single question to ask, all right? Which is why I said, write them down, put them on a board, pretend you're looking up at the sky, you know, left's brain, and then all of a sudden you grab the question you want off the wall. However you want to do it, okay?
Yeah.
The point is have a list of, just a simple reference list of questions for that type of objection that you can glance at just to bring it back into memory. Ask the deeper questions. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for us as an agent to ask somebody to bring them into that future pain. They will not act until they're in future pain and they see no escape from it.
And Wade, page 102, 103 in the shift book. That's what we went over during James Shaw's call yesterday. There's some objections there, and one of the things that he suggested to do, it goes right with what John says. Write each one of those objections down, and then write down all the responses you can think of that objection.
Okay.
And role play that. That's what I'm doing. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I
We
started
are
doing
going
it
to
this
role play.
morning.
We are going to do that specifically this morning. So, real quick before we go on to the next topic, Tracy Roche, how you feeling today?
Feeling better, thank you. My burn is pretty annoying, but
glad you're feeling better. Good to see you here this morning. Awesome. So, all right,
I thought you were doing something fun, Tracy.